Well, hello, my dear viewers. Welcome back to the channel to another week, to another live reaction of this time, the new chapter of Fairy Tale 518 of its name, Master Enchantment. Now, I know the chapter has been released ever since yesterday or Saturday. I'm not really sure, but as you know, as of yet, I do not operate on weekends. So I had to wait until today so that I can do the video for you. Okay, and before we go on, sorry I have a bit of a cough. This weather is just messed up here in Portugal right now, so sorry about that if it bothers you a little bit. Okay, so here's Eillen just facing after the events of last chapter. And as I said, I really do hope that this chapter is the last, or at least somewhat definitive in the Eillen versus Erza fight. So don't worry, I'll make quick work of her, and Wendy's already fainted. Okay. You stand before a magic power which has lived on for 400 years. Yeah, there's that. But the thing is, as she trained that magic power, or wasn't she always in dragon form, like feeling sorry for herself? Last time I checked, that's what happened. But I guess she had time to train after being turned into a human by Zareth. So, but then it just dances gracefully like a leaf. Even though I protected you for 400 years at my own expense. When you were finally born, you weren't of use to me. The slightest will you continue to stand in the way of my happiness to the bitter end. Oh, Eillen. I cannot afford to lose. Wait, did I just miss the page? No, I did not. I was worried about that. And just what do you think you understand about my misfortune? That's true. Okay, yeah. In the village where you abandoned me, I was captured, and for the next several years I was enslaved by a religious cult. A cult to Zareth, nonetheless. Okay, and I was able to find people who I hold dear. I was able to overcome whatever cruel, painful situations arose because I had my friends at my side. Quit sugarcoating things. I despise your entire existence. I wish that you were never born. How? That's harsh for a mother to say. But then again, Eillen is not really a mother. She just gave birth to her. She doesn't care for her in the slightest. But hey, we are gonna get some dragon in this action. I'll bet you. Erza will be the first to defeat a dragon, and she's not even a freaking dragon slayer. I'm gonna bet you. It's gonna happen. Erza's gonna defeat Halen, a dragon, without being a dragon slayer. And those who have like dragon slayer magic don't even come close to defeat a dragon. Oh god. So cool. Oh my god. I love dragons. If you can't tell, I do love dragons. There was like one of these times, story time, story break and story time. There was one time in a one of those fairs, one of those themed fairs. There was a medieval themed fair. There was a stall with nothing but dragon sculptures and figurines, and I was like, I want them all, but I can't have them because I has no money. But I was like crying tears of joy to see that in a place so close to me. And I was like, I want them all, but I don't have money, alas. Anyway, story time is over. A dragon? No, it's your mother. Ooh. It's amazing how in the middle of a serious battle, Mashima can still make like funny faces and Just look at Erza's face. It's like all swelled up, and oh god. This is sometimes what I like about fairy tales. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do. In the midst of all seriousness and like this sort of battles who have a lot of an emotional load, Hiro Mashima just manages to to include a joke or something there. It's awesome. My bones were shattered in a single blow. Jesus. You can no longer move. As the Sage Dragon, okay, I can amplify the power of my enchantments even further. Okay, so she's called the Sage Dragon. To the very pinnacle of my enchantments, the Master Enchantment. Thus, the name of the chapter, the Master Enchantment. This power transcends the lands, skies, and seas. It is an enchantment of heavenly bodies themselves. Now be crushed to pieces without a single trace remaining. Erza! And she shoots something in the air, and ooh, Deus Sema, God's collapsing constellation. It's a freaking meteor. But of course, as it enters the Earth's atmosphere, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, but it hits with the same strength. This cannot be a higher ranked version of Jalal's magic. Is it? I'm gonna be honest. I was never very familiar with Jalal's magic, to be honest. So the only spell I know of him is it Grand Chariot? He tried to use that in the magic games, but then Meredy just stopped him from doing so. It will be more than just me. Of all the people on the battlefield will. Yeah, because the meteor hits with the same strength. I can still move my right hand. It's all or nothing. Okay. Now, how did she push herself up? You know what? Never mind. You're planning on ramming yourself into the meteor, or stupid can one child possibly be? The meteor is still very big. I thought it would be smaller, but it's still very. I mean, he was gigantic to start with. I guess the friction of the atmosphere didn't turn him that much smaller, but geez, that's a big meteor. There's no possible way a mere human could ever stop a meteorite. Ah, but she's no mere human. Before I even realized it, I became known as Titania. To be honest, I had little interest in what the masses called me. But if you are the Queen of Dragons, then me being Titania, Queen of the Fairies. Yes! Doesn't sound so bad either. Damn right! Erza Scarlet, the Queen of Fairies. Damn right she is. A queen is one who protects and is loved by all. Even if my very bones turn to dust, I will protect everyone no matter the cost. If you die, I will personally go to Japan and slap Mishima in the face and make you get reborn like one of those fake deaths that it does all the time. So just you be warned, okay? Just be warned. Master, lend me your strength. A single flash of her blade, carrying her very life, roars out in defiance of the impending star. Oh, now she's your daughter. My daughter, what is she? Ooh. Now that you're chicken scaring, she's your daughter all of a sudden, ain't she, Mrs. Eillen? You got some nerve in your dragon face. To be continued in chapter 519, Show Me Your Smile. Sorry about that. So yeah, as I said, this is probably not the last that we'll see of Eillen versus Erza. But then again, after this chapter, I don't know if Erza is going to be able to defeat Eillen. I mean, all of our bones are broken, and we have a lot of bones, like a lot of them. So if all of them are broken, then that's not a good sign. The fact that she could still move her right hand, let alone the fact that she could launch herself into the air, which I'm still trying to figure that out. But the fact that she can only move her right arm, I don't think she can defeat a dragon with only her right arm. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Um, so yeah, this has been Fairy Tale for the day. A very straightforward chapter. It was it was a very straightforward and very one-sided chapter because Aelin just dominated that fight after she activated her dragon form. So I don't know who can come and defeat Aelin. I guess the most probable option could possibly be Natsu. Because I'm seeing this Aelin boss battle, let's call it like that. I'm seeing this as a three-stage boss battle. First, we had sort of Erza and Wendy versus her. But then it was sort of Wendy versus Aelin. And then we have a third stage, which was again Erza versus Aelin, but this time around Aelin turned into a dragon. And I believe that we will still have a fourth stage of someone versus her in full dragon form, which she is now, and that will be the final stage. Now, who could possibly defeat a dragon? I joked at the beginning of, not at the beginning, but when Aelin turned into a dragon, I joked that Erza could be the one to defeat a dragon without even being a dragon slayer. But I realized that makes no sense, of course, it was a joke. So, what of the dragon slayers? Now, Wendy is fainted. I don't really remember what is Luxus's fate. I think he's still recovering from his wounds, or just fighting in another front. Gadgil as well, I believe he's busy fighting in another front, or fighting in the same front because they are now all together. Um, Sting and Rogue, they fought against Lacard, or Rakid, so they are kind of resting now, as they should. So, and Cobra is with Horacium Says and Crime Sorcier. I mean, they are all now Crime Sorcier, and they are all fighting against August. So the only option is Natsu Dragonil. So maybe in the meantime, Natsu recovers, learns something more of Dragonil because that's usually how it goes, right? He goes away or he faints and suddenly learns a new power from the power of the universe. It has the seal of guarantee by Natsu Dragonil. Okay, but anyway, I really don't think Erza will be able to defeat Aelin. It would be awesome if she could. But I guess it would be very, very ripped off if a non-dragon slayer could defeat a dragon. Because, I mean, at the same time, it would be awesome, but it would defeat the whole purpose of, like, the dragon slayer magic. Because if any wizard with enough training and dedication and strength as Erza has, because Erza is one of the strongest mages in Fairy Tale. So, but even if I don't know, I at the same time I would like her to defeat Aelin in dragon form. At the same time, I would like her not to. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This is it for this week's chapter of Fairy Tale. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Coming right up, we have this week's chapter of the 7 Deadly Sins. And yes, I'll speak about another thing I have to speak of regarding the 7 Deadly Sins in that same video. Bye bye.